Hi, I'm Abby McHugh-Griffa, Executive Director of the Rochester People's Climate Coalition, with just a few quick things to update you on. So last month in my video, I mentioned that we were this close to being able to publicly talk about the RG&E utility rate case that we were participating in. And now we're at that point. The joint proposal has been released, so that is public information. And I am going to give you just the quick Cliff Notes version because Kristen Van Horwigi, our wonderful, fantastic, fabulous, brilliant staff person who's been working on this case for over a year, is going to make her own little video with the details. So she's been slogging away at it, and I do not want to steal her thunder, but Cliff Notes version, from an environmental perspective, there were some definite wins in this rate case, some things we can feel really good about. But from an energy affordability standpoint, there are some really problematic aspects of the case, specifically that they are raising rates in the middle of a pandemic. So check out Kristen's video to learn more about that. Please plan to participate in the hearings that will be coming up after August 21st. And also you may consider, sort of as a preliminary step, participating in the Know Your Utility Rights webinar that we'll be co-hosting with the Public Utility Law Project on July 14th at 6 p.m. That will be online, of course. And this is an opportunity just to learn a little more about how the utility system works, what your rights are as a customer of the utility, and what you can do if you are in the situation where you're worried that your utilities might get shut off. So this is, again, really digging into that energy affordability side and making sure that everyone has equal access to clean, affordable, reliable energy. So if you want to learn more about that, again, I'd invite you to participate in that webinar on July 14th at 6. Also, another upcoming webinar on July 29th from 7 to 8. We're going to be introducing, sort of publicly, officially introducing our Color Your Community Green initiative. This is something you've probably heard me talk about before, or maybe seen a little bit about, but this is going to be, we're going to kind of dig into the details. It's a very exciting initiative with the goal really of helping concerned citizens get involved at the municipal level and take effective action quickly. And I wish I had had that, when I first started getting involved, because it was totally, I had no idea what I was doing. And I certainly wasted tons and tons of time for those first couple years just floundering around. And we want to prevent other people from that. So the Color Your Community Green initiative really is about facilitating and just making it easier for people to get involved in climate action within their own communities. So again, that is July 29th from 7 to 8. Online, of course. Check out Facebook for more details about that. And lastly, just wanted to give you a quick update on the health sector stakeholders meeting that we had, I guess that was last week. It was fascinating. It was really fascinating. So we're bringing, different stakeholders together to see kind of where are they already at with their understanding of climate as an issue and what do they see as the most logical paths forward. And health is an especially critical one because climate change is just, in essence, a public health crisis, right? And if you have never Googled climate change and health, I would invite you to do that because it's really an eye-opener. Even for myself, every time I look at how many health impacts there are from climate change, both in the short term and the long term, it blows my mind. It's ridiculous how burning fossil fuels negatively impacts our health and how the long-term impacts of climate change and even the shorter-term impacts of climate change are just bad for us, right? So we've been talking through the health sector stakeholders about that, just as a kind of preliminary stages, and similar to other sectors, was encouraged that they are, the people we were speaking to were really interested in being more engaged and being more proactive about addressing climate change. Sounds like they have a lot of room for improvement, though. And that is because, the health sector specifically is a huge user of energy and creates a lot of waste. And since in our community here, hospitals are big business, right? It's just major employers here in our region. So we really need to dig into this and figure out how we can both within hospitals reduce emissions and waste, and then how we can implement climate solutions as a preventative health measure, right? To save people from trauma and suffering. So it was encouraging while also eye-opening. So just wanted to give you an update on that. This coming month, we'll be convening some partners who are really directly focused on equity. That is sure to be an interesting conversation, and I look forward to talking about it maybe next month. Take care. Bye-bye.